After losing her own puppies shortly after giving birth, this rescued dog found a new purpose as a mother to 3 orphaned kittens. Moms have a unique thing called mommy instinct. It's a strong feeling that only moms have. Many women say they felt a lot of love the first time they held their baby. Animals have this same love for their babies. That's why this dog kept crying and feeling sad when she lost her puppies. But then, something really special happened when rescuers did something kind to make her feel better. The story dates back to the early parts of January 2022. The dog in the story is a calm, adorable, and quiet-natured dog named Milo, who was unfortunately homeless and stray. Milo was living on the streets, close to the borders of Arizona and Mexico. If you've seen a stray dog before, you can guess what Milo endured daily, surviving. Finding food and water as a stray dog is never easy. Strays are often malnourished, and besides malnutrition, they are also constantly in danger, as there is always the risk of getting hit by a moving car or attacked by other dogs. One day, a kind Samaritan approached her while she was walking down the street and gave her some food to eat. In the process, the man quickly examined the dog's condition and realized she was a stray. This was obvious because the poor dog displayed all the signs and symptoms of a typical stray. Her malnourished frame and dirty fur were the 2 biggest clues. Feeling sorry for the poor canine, the man decided to help her. The only issue was that he didn't have the luxury of adopting Milo. The man remembered the local animal shelter and thought it would be a perfect rehabilitation home for Milo. The name of this rescue group is Sunshine Dog Rescue, and the organization focuses on helping poor and abandoned animals get a second chance at life. The kind man called the organization and explained everything. The dog shelter quickly sent a few staff members to pick up Milo. Upon taking Milo back to the shelter, they had a vet check her. In the process, they discovered something truly shocking. Milo was pregnant. Instantly, the shelter knew that Milo's case was no longer to be taken lightly. They would have to do everything possible to ensure the soon-to-be mother was healthy, happy, and comfortable. The shelter wanted to give the poor stray dog the best chance possible to have healthy babies. Unfortunately, due to many days of living on the street, Milo's overall well-being was terrible. She was covered in dirt, fleas, and lice, and had some minor sores and wounds on her body. All these things needed to be tended to, but the worst aspect was that she was severely malnourished. If the shelter didn't find a way to feed her proper nutrients and get her weight up, Milo would lose her babies. Despite these discouraging facts, all the staff at the dog shelter kept their hopes alive. While doing their best to help her in every way they could, they made sure to give Milo as much food as she needed daily. Soon, Milo went into labor, much to everyone's surprise. You see, according to Anita Osa, the founder of Sunshine Dog Rescue Center, Milo was not expected to go into labor for at least another week or more. Because of this, they didn't expect her puppies to survive. Sadly, as Anita had predicted, all of Milo's puppies were stillborn. Milo's body wasn't able to handle the stress of childbirth. After all, she was in bad shape and needed to recover her health too. So after recovering from labor, she was returned to her kennel at the Sunshine Shelter. But then, when Milo got into her kennel, Anita witnessed something heartbreaking. Milo began to act strangely in a way she had never acted before. She began pacing up and down her kennel, searching for her babies. She was very frantic in her search, and it was obvious that she was deeply upset about not finding her newborn babies. The poor canine even later began to cry. Anita witnessed this sorry sight all through, watching Milo switch between looking for her puppies and curling up on her bed with her teddies. It was almost as if she was trying to nurse them. Milo's unusual behavior made it incredibly obvious that she was having a strong maternal instinct that was making her go crazy over the loss of her babies. But hold on, what are maternal instincts, and why are they so strong? In an interview, psychologist Stanley Karen explained the topic. According to him, all mammals have certain biological pheromones they give off. These pheromones have a certain communication value. Mothers can secrete these pheromones from different places, including their sweat, saliva, and breast milk. Babies also secrete a kind of pheromone that prompts their mother to attend to them, thus activating the maternal instincts. Going back to our story, Anita noticed over the next few days that Milo was truly devastated. The dog was so depressed that it lost all interest in food and didn't care about anyone or anything in the shelter. All she wanted was to have her babies back. Anita constantly heard Milo shuffle between crying, whimpering, and barking, as if calling for her babies to return home. The poor dog didn't understand what had happened to her pups, and there was no way to explain the tragedy to her. Anita desperately wanted to help the poor canine, so she researched online to find out the best way to help the depressed mama dog. The majority of the advice she found suggested that she should reach out and look for folks who had puppies without a mom. These motherless puppies could then be transferred to Milo, who would hopefully adopt and nurture them as if they were her own. Anita found that this was a brilliant idea, and so she decided to act on it. She quickly turned to social media, seeking anybody with a litter of puppies without a mom. She got many responses, but they were different from what she expected. It turned out that many people who replied had motherless kittens, not puppies. Anita was initially discouraged, but after thinking about it for a while, she decided to give it a shot anyway. And so she did something completely heartwarming, something unexpected. She brought 3 young kittens to Milo to see if she would nurse them. She first introduced Milo to her soon-to-be babies by having her sniff the crate they came in. Then, Anita slowly placed the kittens beside Milo, one by one. Afterwards, she stood back to see how the animals would interact. And then, something very heartwarming happened. The 3 kittens soon started circling around Milo. The dog welcomed them as though they were her pups and started showering them with motherly affection in no time. It's quite unusual to find dogs who take care of orphan kittens, but Milo is one of the fortunate and special dogs who did just that. Anita would often bring the kittens to provide them with extra milk since Milo's dog milk couldn't give them all the nutrients they needed. Each time she brought the kittens back after these feeding sessions, Milo would be absolutely delighted to welcome them back into her kennel. 2 weeks later, once Milo had finished nursing the kittens, they were all ready to be adopted. 2 of the kittens found a home together. Thankfully, Milo and her beloved kitten, Gumball, were adopted by a man and his sister who lived together. This meant they could continue living happily together in their new forever home, filled with love and kindness. How does this touching story make you feel? Have you ever given a home to a stray dog? If so, please share your story in the comments below. I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.